Hi guys, welcome to the podcast. Today we're going to be discussing many things such as what went on with James Charles and Tati, and also what's going on with Faze and Tfue. Let's talk about Tfue and Faze. First of all, I think we should address that the video that Banks made, he was obviously really emotional, and I fully support that. Obviously, Faze is his life, and I think he's in big trouble if they go to court, as they won't have much of a chance against Tfue's lawyer, who is one of the top 100 in the whole of Southern California. Also, before we start talking about the money and everything that Tfue first put in his claim, I think we need to address how much FaZe Banks has actually done for Tfue throughout the long run. So, I'll put a picture up on the screen now showing what happened as soon as FaZe Banks gave Tfue the contract to sign for FaZe, and his views just skyrocketed, as in he was averaging a deadly amount of views, and he just exploded as soon as that happened. And in Banks' video, he states that he's earned 0 off prize money, 0 off Twitch, 0 off all social platforms, and I think that in Tfue's first claim, I think he shouldn't have really put that in. I mean, obviously in his recent video this morning, he has said that he is sorry for putting that in, and he's taking it out immediately. So in Tfue's recent video, he states, FaZe Clan, please release the contract for the public to see. Let me show the public. So obviously, he would really like to show the public what's wrong with the contract and why he wants to show it. And also he states, these kids are getting ripped off, they're getting taken advantage of, these contracts are not okay, and this needs to never happen again. So there must be something wrong with the contracts, and he mentions figures like over 49% and over 79%, although he doesn't really describe the whole role that they play in the agreement with his organisation. Obviously, Banks has been on Twitter constantly saying things like, Turner, we offered you $1 million per year with 0% splits across the board, and things like, by the way, we are indeed releasing the contract. Just got off the phone with the higher-ups, and we're preparing it for you guys now. So obviously, Banks does want to give Tfue the freedom of exposing the contract, and he tweeted the same thing again. He said, so yeah, I'll say it again, we are releasing the contract momentarily. This wasn't about standing up for what's right. It's a manipulative to suggest that. This was about what Tfue's dad believed was in his best interest, leaving FaZe. So obviously, Banks thinks it's his dad's fault, and well, that's what I think. Obviously, I can't really say whose side I'm on until more happens. And in one of his recent tweets, he also said to Tfue, let's meet up while you're still in LA and try to solve this. So Banks really wants to get it sorted out, obviously not publicly. In Banks' video, he claims he was blindsided and Tfue had told nobody about this, that he was about to quit, and obviously he didn't tell them he was going to sue him. But in Tfue's recent video, he also quoted, I want to make it very clear that I tried multiple times for multiple months to get out of this contract. Nobody was blindsided by this one. No one. And for the rest of his lawsuit, he mentioned in encouragement of underage drinking, forcing new signers to lie about their age, and also encouragement of underage gambling illegally. And Tfue confirmed that he's asked his lawyer to remove that from the actual papers because he said that it wasn't him who actually wanted to have that. And also Banks says he is releasing the contract, as I said before, and also extended an olive brand to Tfue in attempts to try and solve this. FaZe Clan themselves haven't actually released an official response video yet, although they have denied having taken any amount of money from Tfue's earnings through his YouTube, Twitch, any social platform, and tournament earnings, claiming that they've only earned $60,000 from him, and that was from 2 different brand deals, which they took 20% of the money of. Okay guys, now on to James Charles and what's been going on with him and Tati. So this all started on the 10th of May when Tati posted a 43-minute video on YouTube about James Charles, who's only 19, and they are both obviously beauty gurus. And in the video, she alleged that fame, power, and a fat bank account had changed Charles, and stated that she no longer wanted to be associated with him. Obviously, I think that it's ridiculous how James Charles had so many subscribers lost in a day, and Logan Paul, who infamously filmed the body of a dead person and lost less. So I think that that's just ridiculous, and I just wanted to address that. Also, I think if James did do what Tati said he did, then I just think that's unacceptable. But obviously the waiter that James actually supposedly harassed, also put out a video saying that he is bi and he didn't want, and he wanted to kiss James, and yeah, that's what he said. That's all for this week's podcast, guys. See ya.